This writing is What Being Autistic Feels Like by Matthew Kondo. Like, so the link to the video will be the description below. Go and check them out. So let's get into this reaction in 3, 2, 1.
Being autistic, I often feel like I just don't really belong. Like, I just feel so out of place when I'm around other people.
Wow, really?
Like, I really struggle to relate to and connect to other people because of who I am and just the way my brain works. And it's a really horrible feeling to just constantly feel like you just don't really belong, no matter where you are, whether it's at work, school, even with friends and family. Just to feel like so different from other people and to just feel like so out of place. I constantly deal with this very persistent and pervasive feeling, no matter where I am, with my interactions with other people, that I just don't really belong. And it's a horrible feeling to constantly feel that, no matter what. To just always feel like I just don't really belong. It seems like other people are able to connect with each other effortlessly. Like, no matter how hard I try, like, I just cannot connect with people the way that other people seem to connect with each other. And I've tried in the past to put on this mask, put on this facade of someone I'm really not. Even when I did that, it just felt so unfulfilling when it came to my relationships with other people. Like, it didn't bring me any sense of happiness or fulfillment. So it's like, no matter what I do, I cannot connect with other people the way that other people are able to.
Wow. Really?
And the way that other people seem to get fulfillment from their relationships with other people, I don't get fulfillment in that same way. And I just feel like I just don't, other people just don't understand me. I just feel so weird. It's not even intentional exclusion from other people necessarily. It's just that other people communicate and form bonds with people different than I do, just because of the way my brain works. Because I process social cues and social interaction much differently. And just the way in which I view the world and process information is just so much different than other people. So it's hard for me to connect with other people when I just view things so much differently and I just process information so much differently than they do. In the past, I really struggled to make friends with people because of this. But the friends I did have, when I look back at my friendships in the past, a lot of my friends were not very kind to me and really took advantage of me. And I think because I was very obviously different, I was just an easy target for people to take advantage of me and for people to bully me. And it makes sense when I look back at my friendships in the past, why those friendships didn't last and why I was picked on. There are so many challenging things with being autistic. Sensory issues, challenges with social interaction, black and white thinking, challenges with executive function, challenges with emotional regulation. There are just so many things about being autistic that make life significantly more challenging. Almost like being autistic makes life more difficult for me in pretty much every way. Like, when it comes to very basic things, like doing basic day-to-day tasks can be challenging. Struggling to find a romantic partner, struggling to regulate my emotions, struggling just constantly every single day. And other people don't see it. Other people don't understand. Because being autistic, in a lot of ways, is an invisible disability that other people just don't see. Like, all of my struggles really are internal. And so other people don't see just how challenging my life can be in pretty much every way. They just don't see it. Imagine struggling with all of these things, struggling with everything about life,
Yeah.
and not understanding why you struggle so much. Why it seems like for other people, things are just so much easier. When you observe the lives of other people and you look around at your friends and your family and just the people around you, and to not know why you struggle so much. I didn't know that I was autistic until I was an adult. I didn't
Wow.
know for most of my life why I struggled so much in pretty much every way. I just want you to imagine like how hard that is. Like I didn't understand why. Like why is it that these things are so hard and yet for other people it's not. I felt like there was something wrong with me. It shouldn't be this hard and it's my fault that I'm struggling. It's something that I need to do and work on within myself. That maybe if I just tried hard enough, I wouldn't have to struggle with these things. No one knew when I was a kid that I struggled more than the other kids. Because I was an intelligent kid, I did well in school, but internally I was struggling so much with so
Wow.
many different things going on all at once and not understanding why. And the adults in my life had no idea how much I was struggling internally. And so, autistic people growing up, a lot of pressure is put on us to perform at the same level as our peers. When that is such an unfair expectation to
Yeah.
put on someone who is autistic. And imagine for like an autistic kid who's really intelligent and really gifted, the pressure is even more intense. Because it's like, oh, you're intelligent, so why aren't you doing well in school? Why aren't you doing all of these things? Why does it seem like you're not trying? There's just so much pressure that is put on us for autistic children and just autistic people who are highly intelligent. They are even more likely to suffer with mental health issues compared to other autistic people. Because there's just so much pressure that is put on autistic people by the adults in our lives. Especially if they don't know we're autistic, they don't understand why we're struggling so much. In the past, I put a lot of pressure on myself. Why can't I make friends easily? Why do I struggle with dating so much? Why do I struggle with doing basic day-to-day tasks sometimes? I felt like it was my fault. I felt like I needed to change. I'm not doing something right. If everyone else around me seems to be able to do all of these things, why do I struggle so much? And that was a really unfair burden that I put on myself. Because of all of the challenging aspects of being autistic, autistic people are much more likely to suffer with mental health issues like anxiety, depression, along with other mental health disorders. The world is not kind to autistic people. The world is not accommodating enough to autistic people. It's almost hard to articulate into words just the daily struggles of dealing with so many things at once. People don't understand just how much we struggle internally, and the world really is not kind enough to autistic people. No one asked to be autistic. No one asked to struggle with all of the challenges of being autistic. My autism is a part of who I am as a person. It makes me who I am. I wouldn't be the same person if I wasn't autistic. I can't even imagine a version of myself that is not autistic. I don't want it to sound like being autistic is all bad and all negative, because there are definitely positives to being autistic. I have a very strong attention to detail, a lot of empathy for other people because of my autism, a very strong level of focus when it comes to topics that I'm interested in. Being autistic isn't all negative, but being autistic is also very hard. It's kind of what it's like to be autistic from my experience. Thanks for watching.
Wow. That was what being autistic feels like by Matthew Kondo. The link to the video will be the description below. Go and check them out and drop a like if you like. And comment down below if you want to see more reaction like this one. and subscribe if you're new and click the bell so you can be notified for minute upload in my bye. Wow.